Hey guys, so in this video we will learn very important concept called as conditions. Okay, so this is the most important concept in programming. Like you can take any language, you can take any technology, conditions are used everywhere. A simple example of condition is, suppose you are playing a game and you are clicking a mouse button, okay, and that game is shooter game, or like consider a simple example of PUBG. So if you are pressing a button, mouse click, then bullets should get fired. So exactly this is the exact use case of conditions. So programmer, game developer has written somewhere, if the user is clicking the mouse button, left mouse button, then we should fire bullet. So exactly those conditions we will take a look at. And yeah, like you can apply conditions to any other software development, application development, as well as web development as well. Suppose I am hitting this run button, then definitely some piece of code is written if a user is pressing this run button. You can found conditions anywhere. So yeah, let's jump into it. So first we will learn what is if. So how to write a basic condition. First of all, we need to write if, then following with a brackets, and then inside these brackets you need to mention a condition. So for mentioning a condition, I will again take a simple example of a variable. Again, our favorite variable is player health, because it is most widely used variable in a gaming industry. Right now I have declared a variable. Okay, right now I am assigning this player health as 100. Okay, suppose my player has just spawned into scene and game has just started. Now I'm writing a condition to check for a death. Okay, so what I will write inside this if bracket is, if player health is less than or equal to 0, then it simply means my player is died. So I will see out player is died, and I will just use semicolon, and I will use end L to end the line. Player died. It's more better grammatically, but yeah, coming back. So I just declared a variable. I initialized that variable to 100, and right now I am writing a if condition. Just observe the syntax of writing a condition. You have to write if, then inside the brackets, inside these brackets, you are specifying a condition. I am specifying a death condition. This is a death condition, right? I will comment it out as a death condition. So as it is a death condition, I am writing inside these parentheses as player health. If player health is less than or equal to 0, I will print out onto the console that player died. Okay. Now, if that is not true, then what will happen? That is nothing but a else part. Else part is an optional thing. Without writing a else part, you can write if statement. Just take a note of it. Else is the optional part. Without writing else, you can have if conditions, but in this example I will gonna use else as well. So else, that means if my player health is not less than 0, or also it is not equal to 0, then this else block will get executed. And here I want to print, obviously what I will print, player is alive. Simple. So this is how exactly conditions work inside games, inside any software development. If player health is less than or equal to 0, we are printing player died, and else we are printing player is alive. That means whenever the health is greater than 0, we are printing this. So let's run the program. Just predict the output if you can. Just pause the video and just predict the output. Like if our player health is 100, which statement will get printed? It's fairly logical. Yeah, player is alive. I hope you have predicted the right thing. But yeah, like that said, this is a simple if and else block. Make sure that these are again blocks. You can write multiple statements inside this if block as well as else block. You can write n number of statements inside this if block. This is not only for a single line. Again, you can write any number of statements inside else block as well. So exactly this is how if and else block works. Now we are jumping into the chained if and else. What are chained if and else? I will quickly cover you. I will quickly show you actually. So just look into this picture. So this is a beautiful picture. This is exactly called as chained if and else. So I am having a condition, and again I am having additional condition, writing else if, else if, else if, and so on. You can have n number of conditions. I will showcase this thing into the code as well, but for now just understand the concept and fundamental things behind it. So I will just edit it. So yeah, I will just use some marker to pointing out some things. Okay, so suppose you have written a if statement, and suppose this if statement is true. Okay, understand one thing, this if statement is true, then all these, suppose first if statement is true, then all these 2 3 4 and n dot 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 n statements will not get executed. So what do I mean by that is, whenever any if condition gets true inside chained if and else's, the below conditions will not get executed, entire block will get terminated. I will showcase that into the code as well, no worries about that. But yeah, first understand the logical thing. If any of the condition inside a chained if and else is true, then below conditions will not get executed. Program will immediately jump to the last line. Okay, as simple as that. This is exactly the case. But if this is not true, okay, I will just erase it. Okay, now we understood what will happen if this is true. Okay, so now understand what will happen if this is not true. Suppose compiler is checking one condition by one condition by one condition. Suppose this condition is not true. If this is not true, then only second condition will get checked. Suppose it is also false, that means it is not true, then only control will go to the third condition. If this is false, then only control will go to the fourth condition, and so on. Okay, if this is not true, then only compiler will keep on checking for each and every if else if statement. Whenever compiler will find, okay, like some things are like, suppose compiler found that, suppose compiler is checking one condition, two condition, and in the third condition compiler found that it is true, then compiler will not check the below conditions. Simple. This is the exact concept of the chained if else. Now let's quickly jump back to our code. So I will just write else if, else if, and else if quickly. So right now I want to say, suppose my player health is double equal to, okay, make sure that whenever you are comparing something inside programming, you are using double equal to. Okay, whenever you are comparing something which is less than or equal to, you can write in a previous thing, like just like we wrote in a previous thing. Whenever you want to strictly check, suppose if you want to strictly check player health is less than 50, then you just only be writing the less than symbol. But whenever you are exact comparing, you are telling compiler that I only want exact 50 number, then you will be writing double equal to. So inside this message, I will slightly modify this message. Player health is half. Okay, my bad. Now I will write else if. I will simply copy this condition. I'm just erasing this because this is no longer death condition. So else if, inside else if, now I'm writing double equal to 100. Okay, if it is 100, then I want to print health is full. And else if player health is less than or equal to 0, I want to say player is died. Simple, right? You can see now logically everything is like written. You can easily say that player, sorry, my bad, player is dead. So we will check one by one with the different variable values how exactly the flow of the execution is happening. So right now, first of all, understand we have chained if and else's. Here if, else if, and you can write any number of conditions here. Okay, you can add it for 20, you can add for 80, you can add for 75. You just experiment it, you will understand. Okay, for now, for the sake of example, I am writing only 3 conditions. Now just take a look at, suppose I'm checking first condition, second condition, third condition. In the first condition itself, okay, in the first condition itself, if this is becoming true, if my compiler is finding that in the very first condition here, this condition is getting true because I am setting player health is equal to 50, all these lines will not get executed and directly program will come at the line number 29. This is the most important thing. Please understand that compiler will not go, the control of the program control will not go inside 21, 22, 23. Entire this block will get skipped and compiler control will come at the 29. Now let's quickly check what is exactly happening. So I will just take a, yeah, exactly, this is what we have expected, because player health is half and exactly this is the value of our 50 and exactly the player health is also 50. Now I will just prove that this is not getting executed. How I can prove it? I will simply write second condition as player health is greater than, okay, greater than 10. Now you will, if you think logically, 50, first of all, this condition is also true and this condition is also true. Yes or no? Give me a yes or no. Player health is 50, right? So first of all, this condition is true, as well as if player health is greater than 10, then I want to print player health is greater than 10. Okay, so if you think logically both of these conditions are true, you might think that okay, we might see two console outputs. One is player health is half and another is player health is greater than 10. You might feel that we will get two output, but let's quickly run the program and this will prove our concept that program is not even checking the second condition, third condition, and so on, all the conditions. As soon as compiler is finding out that if this condition is true, compiler is totally ignoring all these conditions. If you write anything below it which is true or false, compiler don't give a shit about it. Simple. This is the exact concept of chained if and else's. Now here comes some interesting part. It's called as nested if else. So I will just quickly showcase first of all into the diagram. Yeah, hola, beautiful diagram. Hey guys, I'm just explaining some brush for better explanations. But yeah, like consider there are three ifs. So I have written some blocks. So consider these are programming blocks. This is the first if, this is the second if, this is the third if. Okay. So inside the block of first if, I am writing the second if. Inside the block of second if, I am writing the third if. Okay, just consider this as an example. Now think logically and tell me when this third block of if will start its execution. Okay, just think for a while and just tell me the answer. You can pause the video if you want. Hey guys, welcome back. So yeah, like I hope you thought in the right direction. It's purely logical that this third block of if will start its execution only when first and second block of ifs are true. As simple as that. It's logical thing, because we are writing the second if inside the first block of if. So only when the first block of if will start its execution, obviously when the first if condition is true, then only it will start the execution of that block, and inside that block we are writing our second if condition. So again, if the second if condition is true, then only we are coming to the third block of if. As simple as that. I'm coming to the code, so no worries if you have, if the concept is not 100% clear, I will quickly show you. Again, player health example. Thanks a lot for this variable. So I'm writing some conditions. If player health is greater than, I will write, okay, I will write less than 100. Okay, I'm just writing the chained if, sorry, I'm just writing the nested if player health is less than 80. Okay, and right now I am writing if player health is less than 50, and I'm writing else as well here. Okay, So this is the simple block that I have written. I know it might be a little bit complicated, but just don't worry. Anyways, we are taking the same example. Player health is 50. First if will like compiler will come into the main line by line, will ignore the comments and all the stuff, will declare our variable, will initialize our variable, and right now compiler is at line number 18. So what will happen? Compiler first will check this condition. So tell me, is it true or false? Obviously it is true. So compiler will come into this block. I will just write this block more space oriented so it will be easy for you guys to understand. So here you can see these are the blocks. This is the main block. This is the second. This is the first block that I was talking about. This is the second if that I was talking about. And this is the third if that I was talking about. So right now, first of all, the first if will get checked. Simple, logical, because it's the first line coming top to down. So player health, if player health is less than or equal to 100. This is true. That's why compiler is checking the second condition. If this is not true, compiler will immediately exit. Okay, I will here write something as else, and I will write, just simple output as compiler ignored the nested if. Okay, this is most important thing. This else part, you need to understand this. Okay, so first of all, understand the true condition. Suppose this is true, what will happen? Okay, right now player health is 50. So we are coming line by line. If player health is less than 100, then we are going to the 20th line, because this is true. This is true, that's why we are checking this. Okay, then again compiler will check if player health is less than 80. Again this is true because our health is 50. If this is true, then now this condition will get checked, and right now this condition will true or false. Think, pause the video. Okay, hey guys, welcome back. So I guess you guessed the right. This is not a true condition because our player health is equal to 50. It is not less than 50. Understand the difference. There is a difference. Even it is a strict less than. Okay, so this condition is definitely not true. Okay, but I will write here player health is less than 50. Okay, and I'm writing endl, and I'm writing here is not less than 50. It can be anything. Okay, I'm just in the else part, I'm only writing because this condition is false. That's why this else is getting executed. It can be anything. It can be 50, it can be 60, it can be 70, it can be anything. Okay, but yeah, like this is how exactly we will run the program. Now let's check the output. So just guess the output of this program. Our player health is 50, and just now pause the video for a while and just tell me what will be the output. Hey guys, thanks a lot for joining. Now let's check the output. Here you can see player health is not less than 50. Okay, because this else got executed. But first of all, we need to understand this condition was true, this condition was true, only this condition was false, hence this output got shown. Now I will tell if the first condition even itself is a false. Player health is less than 100 itself is a false. Suppose I am making it 150. Okay, my player health is 150. Now what will happen? Do you think like these programs will get executed? Definitely not, right? So suppose I will tell, like I will change the condition if player health is equal to 150. I will just confirm it because I want to prove that program control is not even entering into this block. This is the most important thing. The first condition is player health is less than 100 and our player health is 150. So compiler don't give a shit about what you are writing inside this. Even if this condition is true, this will not get executed. I just want to prove that, and this line will get printed. Okay, let's check. Compiler ignored the nested if. So that's it guys. This is the conditions. This might be little bit difficult. That's why this video is little bit long, but I hope you have enjoyed. I tried my best to explain it through the gamified examples. But yeah, definitely ask your doubts in Discord as well as to your teammates and clanmates. But yeah, I hope you will ask doubts if you are stuck. Just don't get stuck. Ask maximum doubts whenever possible. Thanks a lot, guys.